To celebrate 1,000 subscribers, I have 1,000 birthday candles that we're gonna blow out with my drone. Last time I crashed this, I bent a bunch of the standoffs, and so I rebuilt it with a few of them missing. This one's missing right here. And so I ordered some more from China. China. They took approximately 1 million years to get here, and now we're gonna rebuild it with those. Also, I took the GPS off of it to use on my flying car build, so I'll be putting one of those back on there as well. Hello there. Well, that didn't work. I guess let's try one at a time. Yeah, baby. That is what 1,000 candles looks like. So there's only one issue. When I had this idea, I did not consider that there's a reason you typically don't have birthday parties outside. And that's because the slightest breeze will blow out candles. Now, it is a little bit windy right now, so we're gonna try it with this candle. If this can't keep a flame, then we're probably just gonna have to do it right here in the shop. Yeah, so that's not gonna work. I lit it and the breeze blew it out after just a few seconds. So we are gonna light 1,000 of these and fly a really big drone inside the shop. I don't see how anything could possibly go wrong. So I had an idea.
A wonderful, awful idea.
The only problem is it involves 4 working drones of different sizes. You may recognize this one from a previous video. When you see me fly by, you know I'm in control. With the best in the game, my drone's on a roll. However, I took off some parts. I don't even remember why, so it's missing a GPS flight controller and a place to put the battery. So we gotta fix that real quick. So it turns out I'm an idiot. When I was rebuilding this drone, I connected the batteries in series instead of in parallel, giving the drone way more voltage than it could handle. And there was a big spark on the power distribution board and a huge puff of smoke on this motor. So the drone is toast. And I don't know if I'm more angry about actually ruining the drone or the fact that I didn't get it on camera. Because I've always thought, as long as you do stupid stuff and get it on camera, it's fine, right? Because then you have something to show for it. Anyway, from now on, we're gonna have to be using this smaller hexacopter instead of the bigger one, which is okay, it's just not as cool. So here's the plan. We're going to start out small, using a Tinywhoop to blow out just 1 candle. And then we'll progressively blow out more and more candles with bigger drones. All the way up to 1,000 candles. Whoosh. All right, so here's how this is gonna work. I have a GoPro on this little like chest mount thing. Yeah, so that's gonna sit right here, and we're gonna get some slow-mo footage with this. Right here, I have a ladder, and the ladder's purpose is to hold up this light. Yeah, this came from the ceiling inside my shop here, and it's disgusting. And it is going to act as a mostly non-flammable white background. If I can put this up with one hand and not look like a total idiot, that would be nice. So there's the backdrop. And I have these other lights because obviously my lights don't work in here. But I think that's fine because we're going to be dealing with fire, so it's going to be easier to see it. So I think it'll actually look pretty cool. So the drone is going to fly right here, and we're going to have the candles on the cake right here in the middle. It's going to be great. Let's introduce the contestants. Here we have the Emax Nanohawk. It's your standard Tinywhoop drone, and it will be blowing out one candle. Here we have a 5-inch FPV drone, custom built, and it will be blowing out 10 candles. Next up, we have a Hexacopter, custom built, with a frame from Q-Win Out. It's just something I got on Amazon. It'll be blowing out 100 candles. And finally, with 1,000 candles, the X-Fold Dragon by Kaizen Aero. Heavily modified, but the frame is still made by them. Nice. Let's try not to die before I set everything on fire. All right, let's have some fun. So I'm not gonna lie, that was pretty lame, but I think it's gonna start getting a lot more exciting. Don't worry, here I have some water to make sure the cake doesn't catch on fire. That did not go as expected. This is actually rubbing alcohol. Let's try it again. My stupid blowtorch doesn't work. What a piece of junk. Let's try again. That's better. This is not exactly going as expected, and I'm a little bit nervous about the rest of them, but we'll just have to improvise. Maybe I'll start from further back and just do a fast, low pass over the candles. Oh, crap. Oh, crap. I'm gonna try something different with 10 candles. didn't crash that time. But yeah, bundling them together seems to be the way to go, because then they act like one big candle. So from now on, it's going to be bigger and bigger bundles, so bigger flames. All right, now let's do 100. I'm trying to make sure you can see my good side. Okay, now we're ready, but I can't even see the candles beneath the shaving cream. So I'm gonna try and light all 100 candles that are currently submerged in shaving cream using only rubbing alcohol and a flame. It just seems like the only logical thing to do. That's taking a lot more rubbing alcohol than I expected. Yeah, baby. It's starting to light. Come on, we gotta get them all. Well, now it smells like burning hair and my candles are almost gone, so let's fly. So that was pretty good. The 100 candles were more along the lines of what I was expecting from this whole thing. So next up, obviously we have 1,000 candles. And I left the previous setup here just for size reference. The Dragon drone doesn't even fit in my recording space. There it is straddling where the GoPro and the candles were from the previous run. So obviously I'm gonna have to remove some stuff, and I am not sure how this is gonna go, flying a drone this big inside the shop. Generally speaking, I don't recommend that anyone do this. And I'm not quite sure why I'm doing it. I also have a fire extinguisher and a 5-gallon bucket of water ready just in case this doesn't go as planned. Let me just go on record saying, do not attempt any of this. I've been playing with flammable liquids since I was a young teenager, so I'm kind of a pro. I guess it's safe to say, if I haven't learned my lesson by now, I probably never will. I was too busy looking at the Insta360 that I knocked over and I wasn't paying attention to where I went. Somehow my propeller looks fine. So we're gonna try again. Let's just stand that back up. Oh my gosh. There's gonna be nothing left of those candles. I'm probably never getting another job as a drone pilot, am I? Well, that's it for this video. Thanks for watching. Psych! We're not done until I've put out 1,000 candles with my drone.